thing.
And they're doing the landscaping. And we went and he asked them.
The machine's ready.
He has the machines ready.
So then we recruit him so that we help him with the work. Yeah, you know, we try very much.
In
Let's
fact,
say
they are
rebalance.
youths.
You know what? There's a woman in Madare who we gave catering equipment. So when we had, for instance, Precious Talent School collapse and we needed to cater for the families, we actually gave the contract to the same woman. Okay, so in the same way, this group that has asked for money for whatever it is that they've asked for money, right? Did they get it? Did they qualify? No. What? So we're putting it in the first quarter. So we can actually introduce them to.
They only need business. We have the machines ready.
Yeah. So what we do? Let's get a quotation from them to clear this end, so that by the time I come, it's cleared and he's already gotten an indication of the bottles. But in the meantime, we also need to commission the boys to get the bottles and to start stuffing them with plastic, and we need a good quality check to make sure that the plastics are stuffed in such a manner that the bottle becomes a brick. You see these things? Give me this.
The bottle stuff.
You see, we don't. Yes.
You mean the bottle stuff?
Yes, the bottles have to be stuffed. So you see, Charity, something like this. This
But
is
not with sand.
no. We don't want to use sand. The reason why I don't want to use sand is because this is not biodegradable.
Yeah.
And we've got so much of this all over the county.
Yeah.
So if we can collect it all, we give the people in the dump site a job to collect all this and stuff the bottles even from the dump site. We will get a lot of the bottles already stuffed. The question is here we'll have to have a team that is making sure that it's at the strength that we need. Because if it's not stuffed to the point where it's a brick, what will happen is we're going to end up with suppressed walls. Yeah.
Yes.
And what we want to do is we want to actually recycle PETs and this cellophane. Yeah. And we don't want you to shred it because this you put it with a stick only. Remember, I'd gone and actually made some of those sticks. Yeah. And we stuffed a few and then we had our bottles stolen. We were going to build a house.
Between this material and milk packaging, because you see this is quite light to achieve that kind of strength. I think milk material will work much more better. The one we use for making a product is state. Because you see, at least that we can be able to offer guarantees in terms of
the whole
strength.
thing here is a wall.
Look, can I tell you something? This cellophane bag, for the next 30 years, if you leave this cellophane bag here, for the next 30 years, it will still be here. It's going nowhere. So what I want to do is to take it and put it in a bottle and put it on a wall, a perimeter wall. So the idea is not convenience for us. The idea is how do we ensure that cellophane bags that we have before the ban that are still in our dump sites are actually utilized to build this wall. So if every school in this country build a wall with cellophane bags and PET bottles, we will actually clear our environment. Are we together? And all schools need perimeter walls. Okay? Even our wall, when we're going to build our wall for the safe house, we will use the same concept. Because the whole idea is to rid the environment of these plastic paper bags. So don't give me milk packets. Milk packets are biodegradable, isn't it?
Some of them are
Not all of them.
Oh, you're talking about the polythene ones because they're harder. Yeah, maziwa. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah. Okay, sawa. So we can call it a day. Juma Asante.
Yes, okay.
I will look into the football goals.
Yes.
My son has 2. I have to go and ask him if he can give them to me
Yes.
to donate to you. Then you just paint them. Because he's reached the age now where he goes to the gym. He doesn't play football outside the garden.
Okay.
So then if he agrees, who knows where they are, he will pick them up and bring them here. Then you just have to buy the net. I know, I have to speak to him. I have to speak to him. Yeah, they are an eyesore now in my garden. So I need to get rid of them. But they didn't cost much, man. Kwa hiyo 1.7 nimekupatia hukuweza ku Charity. Charity, Juma said you want to give him 1.7. Why did you give him more? He said you want to give him 1.7. Why did the school let him? I gave you 1.7. That's why I gave you 1.9. We have the check presentation. Can you pull it out for me?
What?
No, Raymond, you know, we capture all this in history. So Raymond will get it for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a long day.
The first day. So you can even relax and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Juma, unaona hizi mafuko? Hizi zote.
This one has now
Ziweke
tell
kwa
the boys
pipa.
to start
Tell the boys to start stuffing bottles.
Yeah, yeah.
Coca-Cola bottles, water bottles.
Yes.
Even you, when you have a good set,
Yeah.
you also help it with your own school.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell them but those are boarding, they don't go in camp.
But we have classics coming.
You have day as well, no?
No, no.
All are boarding.
You should consider bringing animals. You have a lot of grass.
But you see now initially, it was not somewhere you could bring
So,
them.
so you'll get the group. You facilitate, they come with you. Yeah? So with you, remember, let's see. And then we can also see how we can help them in process. It will be nice to see them when they're here. We give them our gap support teachers and they start working. And then when they start working, Juma will call us, we send the team to capture the clearing. So we can capture the whole thing up to the end. Yeah? So Juma, you will call us every. Charity will tell people and she'll liaise with my office.
Yeah.
But we have to by end of June have cleared and have started at least and have 10 meters of wall. Yeah. So once we see the first 10 meters, then we know. And the neatness, the neatness is so important. That's why, yeah.
Once you have a good master, they know how to figure it.
Yeah.
The wall is not that way.
So Juma gets a wall, we get to experience with the experiment and experience recycling of plastic waste. Because you see, the idea of GAF is to make sure that we work with the formative groups, and we've seen a lot of young men and women are collecting all these bottles. Now they have no source of selling them. The PET is not really taken. So we'll also conduct a safari. As soon as we finish with this, we'll contact people like the Coca-Cola Foundation and see. Yeah, but Safaricom, you see, they're not giving us the waste we want. The waste is the people like Keringet and all these water companies. Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. But first, but we have to have an example first to
If
show.
you don't do it,
No.
they'll not take it.
No, so let's do our first sample. So we take the before pictures, and then we come back and take the after pictures as the slashers are here.
Unfortunately, if the work is going
You sell them.
yes, shout out here.
Yeah, no, I mean, just find the buyers. When we went to Roma, they only took out. People would buy it. Yeah, so you call them and you sell it and you get some money. You might buy toilet paper, you might buy paint. Yeah. So, Dr. Ari, asante sana.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, thank you for giving me your afternoon.
Now,
Yeah, we
yes, I
appreciate.
need.
We have a lot of work to do. So the architects, the contractors, everybody has to be able to basically assess the place. Yeah, totally.
Actually,
So if Charity organizes by tomorrow, the people are here to start the PFA, then she'll let you know. And you're all in the group. Yeah, so
So
there'll be updates in the group.
once it's clear, I'll just come with the team.
Perfect.